yeah.
Are we on? Check, check, check. All right. Oh my God. This really, really special person has landed in Los Angeles, and we are so just lucky to have this special moment today to just, have a little casual conversation and just get to know some of the things that we didn't get to see in the documentary. I take it you enjoyed yourself?
Yay!
Amazing. I just got to speak to Jenna for the last hour, and I'm just kind of catching my breath because, all the intensity that you've felt and seen in this documentary definitely is Jenna's life. So, but we're really privileged to have the amazing director and producer here. And there are so many questions around all of the creative decisions and definitely some personal questions, but I would really love to start with just finding out more about how did this happen? How did you guys meet? And like all of the story that you can tell us.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here. We met with Jenna in 2019, and back then I was developing a docuseries, and it's supposed to be about several protagonists, and Jenna was the last one that I met, and I don't know, some kind of spark happened, and I decided to change it completely and to drop the docuseries and to do a story about her. And that's how it all started.
And my name is Igor, I'm the producer. I was worked on this documentary called Welcome to Chechnya before, and through a mutual friend of ours that also worked on this film. At one point, Agniia, she was already filming, she shot a few scenes, she made a work sample, she was looking for a producer, and through our mutual friend, I received this sample, which was 10 minutes. Some of the scenes from the film are in that sample, and I was watching this sample, and I was just mesmerized by Jenna's courage, her artistry, the cinematography, but also the fact that I saw my hometown in that footage. And I told Agniia, and I was shocked, you were shocked, and we thought, well, this is fate. We have to work together, and we have to make this film happen. And we started collaborating.
Wow, things are really just, you can see the dots coming together. And Jenna, can you tell us a little bit about your impressions of how this happened and what were you going through at the time?
Впечатление того, от всего, что произошло, как все это случилось.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. Я не знаю, что сказать. Это началось, когда Агния позвонила мне в машине. Это началось так быстро, наша работа. И я была совсем таким человеком тогда, и была на потерянном пути, не знала, что мне делать дальше. И я была безумно рада встретить Агнию, и для меня было большая неизвестность, то, что получится из этой совместной работы.
Well, I remember I was in a car and I received this call from Agniia, and I was really lost at that point. I didn't really know what the future holds, and I also didn't really have any expectations of where this project would really go.
Я и... И Когда мы поехали снимать «Зимний Магадан», мы поехали ко мне домой, и это было особенное время, потому что тогда был мой день рождения, и мы никогда не собирались с моей семьей за одним столом, и мы это сделали для фильма, ну, чтобы это запечатлеть, и это было много шагов, которые мы проделывали в этой работе, то, чего я раньше не делала в отношении родителей, как я с ними могла разговаривать, выражать себя, и очень много было проделано работы.
I vividly remember when Agniia went to Magadan, to my hometown in the winter, and how this also process really allowed me to have room for exploration. I remember my family, grandparents, and relatives, we got together for the first time in a long time, and Agniia was filming, and it was just the relationship that I had with my grandparents and with my family was really depicted well by Agniia.
So I'm just curious, do you care to tell us a little bit more about some of your favorite parts throughout the project? We've seen the final product, right? Are there any interesting stories that you can tell us behind the scenes that we didn't get to see?
I mean, there was a lot of stories to tell. Not sure we have enough time to do it, but the last performance that Jenna did against the war in Ukraine, it was right after Russia invaded Ukraine, like 3 days later, and we knew that we're gonna get arrested. There was no question. So we sit down and discuss like what we're gonna do and how we have to handle it. So one of the things that we came up with is that our cinematographer was on roller skaters. So when Jenna got arrested, then I got arrested, I gave him a sign and he took off. So that's why you see the scene in our film. And that was, everything what we've been through, it was pretty intense, but always fun. I mean, it's like, we were always on the border. All the performances are my favorite parts as well, because it never was scripted. It was always kind of freestyle. So the first one we did where Jenna is wearing a mask with horns, because we didn't know that we're gonna do this kind of style. In the beginning it was just observational documentary. And then when she did this performance, I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. So we have to try to make something out of it. So we decided not just to document it, but to do it like properly in slow motion. And then when I saw it in editing, I was like, oh my God, this is treasure. We have to keep going. And from there on, we were always looking for another opportunity to do these performances, but it never was like planned. The one in the mud, that's our second time in Magadan, and it was a day when grandfather was not really happy with us being around, so he asked us to go and like wander around outside, and we went and we were like searching for some stuff, I don't know, to try to film Jenna, and then we found this mud, and I was so amazed by her because she immediately got like what it should be done, and that's what you see in it. So it's always been like unpredictable.
Just passing the telephone here. The actual format of the documentary, of mixing it with the performance, is so unusual and really powerful. I think it's something that a lot of documentaries often lack, is that really strong representation of the artist. Jenna, did you have any set expectations for this film, for this documentary, and did it turn out how you hoped, or was it better or worse? Hopefully not worse.
Какие у тебя были ожидания насчет этого фильма и как они воплотились? Ты ожидала то, что ты ожидала, случилось, либо нет?
Не было никаких ожиданий, и это было огромное приключение, которое я не знал, чем это может закончиться для меня, для моих отношений с родителями. Я была отчислена из колледжа, и нет.
Yeah, I feel like...
Не хочу говорить, но...
Мы друзья.
Я безумно рада этому. Благодаря этому проекту я познакомилась с огромным количеством людей, которые спасли мою жизнь. Я ужасно благодарна Агнии, то, что она появилась в моей жизни. И, мои отношения с родителями начали меняться после того, когда я сделала камин-аут в 15 лет. И я увидела настоящее, дикость человека, когда они могут отказаться даже от своего собственного ребенка. И то, что Агния вошла в мою жизнь, и то, что у меня был какой-то туман, или, она сняла всю мою семью. После того, когда моя бабушка ушла, наша связь с дедом, она оборвалась и стала такой тонкой, что да, я безумно благодарна, что Агния смогла увидеть все то, что я имела, и смогла тем самым заменить или продолжить путь моих родителей, которые всегда поддерживали меня так или иначе. Как бы они меня любили, как бы они меня не понимали, они все равно меня любили, и сейчас я это чувствую.
I had no expectations whatsoever. I didn't know where the film would go. I didn't know where my relationship with my grandparents would segue. I got expelled from college, which I didn't know this would happen, and I am just really grateful to Agniia for the support and the care and the warmth that I've gotten through this whole journey. And it is a journey. It was adventurous, but at the same time, when I came out at the age of 14 to my family, it was really difficult when your family disowns you, and especially when my grandmother passed away. My relationship with my grandfather became weaker, and I'm really grateful to Agniia for allowing me to continue to have family around me.
It really kind of comes across that you've all gone through a really intense experience together. How has this project impacted your personal sort of views around identity, and also how has the relationship with Jenna impacted your life? I think the question for both of you.
Well, it definitely life-changing experience, because now I have another member of family. It's not a director-protagonist situation any longer. I think we're gonna stay forever together, and I'm very grateful for the trust, because it wasn't easy for Jenna, but also for me. But always, even there was like hard situation, we always were finding the way out. And what previously they were speaking about, for example, when we started editing, we had like about 350 hours of footage, And I asked Jenna if she wanted to be there to see like what we're doing, and she said that she wanted to see only a final cut. And I saw again like such a huge sign of trust in this. And in the end, when the film was done, we organized like a small screening for Jenna and her friends. And I was super nervous because she didn't see anything. And in the end, so her friends were like, yeah, great film, amazing job. And Jenna was like, and that's it? That's what you spend 3 years of your life for? I was like, okay, sounds like it's approved. So I mean, this connection meant to be, and it's gonna keep going.
Повлиял на твое отношение к самой себе, к своей идентичности и на ваше отношение с Агнией.
Я думаю, вы часто задаете... Я часто задавалась вопросом, как же я вижу себя со стороны, и никогда не могла понять, как это происходит на самом деле. И я просто училась ходить заново, как начинаю, допустим, ходить заново сейчас. Тогда это было...
There's no wrong answers.
Wow.
Well, let's just clap.
It's very emotional screening for us. I was always wondering how people see me from outside, how I am seen from the other side. And I always feel like I'm always learning how to walk, how to be myself. Back then, in the beginning, and even now, I'm still going through this process constantly.
And so this is one of many screenings for you guys. Are there any questions that you wish were asked when you leave the screening and you really wish that you got to talk about something that the audience just wasn't curious enough?
Well, it's always sorry. It's always such a little time on Q&As, and you feel that you have so much more to tell. I mean, there are two things that are always not there. Is just to speak about not only about the problems, and there are a lot of problems, especially in Russia, but also about celebration of the community, celebration of yourself. And I think that's very important because in the end, the film is filled with a lot of like difficult moments. But I think in the end, what I, from the beginning, try to achieve is to just give a hope, and that, I don't know, like that younger generation would see this film about Jenna and maybe would get inspired, or they would not hide and speak up for themselves, or for elder generation to educate themselves and be more tolerant towards their like younger member of family. So this, I think, is very important to speak about always. But also, I mean, we're speaking about constantly about the problems in Russia, but sometimes it's getting too much. But it's, I mean, it's very important to speak because now in Russia it's